Welcome to the Best of Brighton. I'm Mike Tilt with my special guest today, Randy Wilson. And we're sitting in his store, Wilson Marine, right off here in Grand River. Randy and his family are pretty much natives of Brighton. And Randy's going to tell us a story of how it all began here in Brighton, Michigan. Take it away, Randy.
Hey, Mike, thank you. Wilson Marine was a dream of my father back in the end of World War II. He married my mom here. My mom was from Detroit, but would constantly come out to Brighton as a vacation area for her family. So my dad was originally from South Lyon, but South Lyon didn't have any main roads like the Grand River Avenue. So my dad met my mom and started this business with my help from my grandfather. So my grandfather loaned him some money, and he started a boat sales and rental business, actually 3 doors down the street from where we're at right now. But within a couple of years, he bought an old restaurant that was kind of going downhill, and it was called the Hub. And from the Hub, he made it into a boat dealership where he built wood boats, sold motors, and rented trailers. Not long into that, he found out that because it was such a nice recreational community, people wanted to buy the boats. They wanted to go fishing, they wanted to buy the boats, and it turned into more of a sales than it did a rental business.
Great. So what year would have that been?
That would have been 1949.
Okay.
So way back.
Yeah, before us.
Right, back in 1949. And from there, he added on to the showroom many times over, and became a much more successful business. But it was all with his hard work. You know, again, Brighton had 30 or 40 lakes that were boatable, and without an expressway, it was easy to come down Grand River from Lansing and from Detroit. He then had his sons, me being one of them, and we were able to continue the operation, growing and expanding into bigger and better things. We've now got 4 sales operations. We've got 2 service operations. Just our service bay here in Livingston County has 30 bay facility, so
wow.
It's huge.
Good deal. Plus you have, you're across the street too, so you have both sides of Grand River,
right.
Correct?
Right, that's correct. And it's one of those things where most dealerships kind of come and go. You know, it's a tough business to be in because it's cyclical. You know, there's
right.
warm summer days and cold winter nights. But you know, it made it easy for us to go forward, and it's going well right now.
Good. So what do you do in the wintertime? I mean, obviously you're still selling boats, but
Yeah.
what is your major?
You know, going back into the 60s, we sold tractors and snowmobiles and
Oh, okay.
all kinds of things to try and survive year round,
Right.
because not too many people want to buy boats in the dead of winter.
Correct.
But as time went on, we found that as we grew and got bigger and bigger, it became easier and easier to sell year-round boats.
Okay, so all your family's involved? I mean, you mentioned your
Yeah.
brothers as
Yeah.
your...
My brother, my brother's wife, Linda, Ron and Linda, and then their sons, Bradley and Gregory. Bradley is now the general manager, and it's a family-run business. It keeps things so that we can keep an eye on it and do a
Right.
good job taking
Yeah.
care of things.
Now, are you the oldest?
No, I am the youngest.
You're the youngest.
Yep.
Okay.
I actually had an older brother, Rick. Some of you may have remember Rick from when we were all kids. He was also a manager here at the dealership. He has since retired and kind of moved on.
Okay. All graduates from Brighton High?
Yeah, we
What
did.
year did you graduate?
I graduated in 1978.
That's what I thought.
I had a brother that graduated in 74 and another brother that graduated in 70.
Okay.
And Ron was athletic, did all kinds of sports, was president of the varsity club. Rick was a band member. He was very big into the band and being a drum major. and myself, I just kind of floated along.
So you
I
were
stayed
in
out of trouble.
sports or
Yeah,
music
I was in sports in high school.
What'd
Yeah,
you
football.
do in football? Okay.
Football, yeah.
In what position?
Right guard.
Okay. Now that was a good year for football, wasn't it? I mean, it seemed like
We had some
the
good.
late '70s were
Yeah.
pretty decent sports-wise.
Yep.
Who was your coach?
I think Dranick was the coach back then.
Was Phelan coaching too?
Yeah, well, Phelan's been around
he
for a
come
long
into
time.
that?
Yeah, he was been around for a long time,
Right.
and always did a lot for sports.
Yeah, yeah, good teacher.
Yeah.
And he's on Best of Brighton.
Happy holidays and Merry Christmas from Big Cheese Productions. Stop in this season and find the perfect gift for your unique person. Gas pumps, neon signs, life-size statues, memorabilia, and much more. All at Big Cheese Productions. Visit the showroom and check out BigCheesePetro.com today.
So, what do you do in your spare time when you're not working?
I don't have any spare time. It's
You don't have any
boating.
spare time, all right? So you're on the lake,
it's-
I would
yeah.
imagine.
It's
and
boating.
That's not bad. That's
Yeah.
not a bad life.
It's boating. I certainly have grandkids and kids of my own that are nice to kind of watch over and have fun with.
Right.
So, but we work hard at this business. We've attracted customers for 72 years, and you can't do that by sitting in some big office. I'm out here working, and it sounds like I work too much, but the idea is just to take care of customers so that they're happy and don't have to worry about what they do in their spare time. For them, it's the fun of boating.
Right.
And
So what
we
is your schedule? I mean, obviously you have what, a day or two off, don't you?
Yeah.
The
Usually,
weekends off?
yeah. No, the weekends we work because that's when
That's
people.
when you're the busiest.
Right. That's when people are off.
Yeah, they're
So,
out on the lake enjoying
yeah.
themselves.
Yeah. For me, I take a day off during the week. My brother Ron, for example, doesn't take a day off. He works. He works hard every day of the week, and it just takes care of our customers that way.
Yeah, well, that's good.
So I get a day off during the week, occasionally on Sunday, and it works out.
Great. So
I love what I do, and that's what
yeah,
it's all
that's-
about.
Exactly. You got to love what you're doing. Makes your life a lot easier.
Right.
So, what's your favorite thing about Brighton? What do you like best about Brighton? I mean, we've seen a lot of changes in Brighton, and
Yeah.
it's still, obviously the Brighton that we grew up with some changes, granted. And what do you think of Brighton today, and what do you really love about Brighton?
Well, Brighton has always been a community where you're very welcome.
Right.
And it's the type of thing that you don't feel like you're out of place. You feel like it's a home community, and that's what I like about it. You're close
And that
to,
hasn't changed over the years.
yeah, you're close to Detroit, you're close to Lansing, Ann Arbor, Flint. So there's lots of things to do. And although there's plenty of things here locally to do, it's a fun place. I couldn't be any more lucky that my dad, in 1949 picked Brighton as the community
Right.
to start his business.
Exactly.
And we've loved it ever since. It wouldn't go away.
Yeah. Well, it's great
We're
that
here.
you stayed here. You guys have really done a great job in serving our community. I like to kind of change the subject a little bit, but I get a lot of questions about the events that took place across the street. Can you fill us in on that a little bit?
Yeah, well, it
was it
used-
an old history town?
Yep,
or-
it used to be called History Town.
Okay.
History Town was a Wild West show, kind of an old town atmosphere. They had a train that ran around on a track. They had a cowboy and Indian show. They had a fort built over there. They had lots of things that attracted people from miles away. They also had a restaurant, so that was a unique thing as well. Not
was
only
that
could you
called?
come for the show, but you could come for the
Something
restaurant
to
as
eat.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the restaurant called?
I think it was just History Town Restaurant.
History Town Restaurant. Yeah, I remember it well. Like it was there yesterday. So what actually happened with all that? It just basically got bought out.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, at one time they thought maybe they'd put the center of Genoa Township in that property after it got bought out, but that hasn't come to fruition yet. But it was an exciting thing. It attracted people from all over. People loved the little train ride. It was incredible.
Antique store, a little
Yep.
antique store. I
Yep.
remember that. I remember going in that, and you know, to see it empty now, it just you know, you think nothing was ever there, but that
Oh
there
yeah.
was a lot of activities. When did that start up? That must have been what, 50s or 60s?
Yeah, 60s.
60s.
Yep.
Okay.
You know, for the longest time, Wilson Marine was the major component. They're what people used as a guiding location because it was all farmland, you know, pretty
Right.
much between Brighton and Howell. And so they'd say, hey, if you got to Wilson Marine, you're halfway between Howell and Brighton. So it was nice to have two major things going here. And
Yeah.
I guess I call it Wilson Marine Major, but you know, back in the 60s, it was a mom and pop shop. So it was my brothers and I and a few employees. Now we have well over 170 employees.
Wow. How big is your facility here?
Oh,
What's the
this
square
is,
footage?
yeah. I don't really have the square footage, but I can assure you we could probably get 50
45?
boats. Yeah.
45 minutes?
Oh yeah, we can get 50 boats
50
inside.
boats,
So
okay. And these are good-sized boats. I mean,
our service department is the size of a football field. That's how big that
Okay.
is. So it's pretty
yeah,
good size.
If you haven't been down here in a while, come check out Randy's place. It's beautiful, and the pontoons are just out of this world. Very spacious, comfortable. I'm in the driver's seat right now, and I'd love to just take a cruise, but obviously we're in our winter season. So what other things do you have interest-wise other than your job? I know you used to have a Corvette.
Yeah, cars.
Cars.
Are fun.
Do you work on them or just?
No, I wish I had that talent, but for me, I could work on any boat. But when it comes to cars, I let the experts handle that.
Okay.
But boating, cars, I'm a big zoo fan.
Okay.
I love animals, and it's great to visit the local zoos, and so that's what.
What's
that's
your
a lot.
favorite animal? What animal you like?
I'd say giraffe.
Giraffes are very cool. Yes.
We went to a place once where the giraffe put his head down through the sunroof, and we could feed him, and that was just a cool experience.
exciting.
Yeah.
So where does that come from? Just being a kid and going to the fair or going
Yeah.
to the zoo?
Just something my
What?
family has always liked.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, it's entertaining at any age.
right.
So, well, we're going to wrap up this session with Table for Two with Randy Wilson. We appreciate your time. We know you're a busy man, and Randy's been a good friend and good family in Brighton, well-known name and well-liked in Brighton. So we will continue again. Maybe we'll get on the lake in the spring and summer and go for a ride.
Sounds good. We'll see him go water skiing.
Oh, who? Me on skis, that would be a disaster. But who would we get?
To
Would
water
you do that?
Sure.
To water ski.
Yeah.
All
Oh
right.
yeah.
Yeah, I can swim, but I don't know that I can ski. I've never attempted that. And at my age, I think I'll stay in the boat. So, thank you for watching Table for Two. Remember, we are on YouTube. So, like, share, and most of all, subscribe. That way, you'll be able to see all the Table for Twos that we have on the Best of Brighton. Have a blessed day. Thank you.